Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing well. Today the topic which I am covering is called magnetism and electromagnetism. This chapter belongs to physics. You have to complete your work accordingly to the section. Okay, so first we will discuss short question answers of the topic. Define the following questions. You have three definitions here. Magnet. What are magnets? Anything which attracts iron or bodies make up of iron, nickel or cobalt is called magnet. Uh, as we have seen different types of magnets surrounding in our surrounding, like horseshoe magnet, bar magnet. We have performed practicals related to magnet. So magnet attracts iron, nickel and cobalt towards itself. What are magnetic poles? The poles in a magnet where the resultant attractive force appears uh, in the concent in the to concentrate are called magnetic poles. As we have seen, bar magnet has two ends, north end and the south end. These ends are called poles. They are useful to attract different bodies depending to which body we are just attracting. Like, these poles have the magnetic powers which attract the body towards itself. What are magnetic force? The force by which magnet attract other magnetic objects is called magnetic force. If you bring a small size of magnet, it will attract a small amount of iron magnetic substances. But if you just bought a huge size of magnet with the high magnetic power, it will attract more and more magnetic substances. So it is just dependent on the size of the magnet and the power of the magnet. The second topic is what is electromagnet and also write its uses. Electro means electricity and magnet means magnet. The magnet which we can generate by the help of the electricity is called electromagnets. These magnets are uh, these magnets act as magnets until then the electricity remains flow from it. If we stop electricity, it stop acting like a magnet. Okay, so clear that concept in your mind. First of all, electro means electricity and magnet means magnet. The things which act as magnet in the presence of electricity is called electromagnet. When the soft iron is placed inside the solenoid and current is passed, magnetic field in the solenoid is multiplied by 1000. Solenoid is called the coil of wires. Okay, if we just place a iron inside the solenoid and we pass high amount of electricity towards it, the magnetic field increases or multiplies by 1000. Such a magnet which can energize by an electric current is called an electromagnet. That piece of iron acts as a magnet and it generates a huge power of a magnet. It can be energized by it got the energy from the electric current and it acts as a magnet. We have few examples here which we use in our daily life. Electric bell, as you all see, if I just press the button, then the bell will ring, not it will ring all over the day. It rang when I just push the button. Second example is telephone. We have we have got the different waves, sound waves in our ears with the help of a telephone. How telephone work? It helps with the use of this electromagnetic formula. Uh, they use electricity from the wire. That's why we connect them to the board, and it just transfer the signal from one end to the other. Ammeter is a machine. Ammeter is an instrument which is used to just know the current flow from any object. Define right hand rule. What is right hand rule? Right hand rule, you have to just imagine your right hand uh, moving a thumb and the fingers is just perfect example for right hand rule. Hold a wire in the right hand with the thumb pointing along the wire in the direction of the current. If the current is passing from a wire in one direction and your thumb is just pointing toward that direction, and you are holding that wire, uh, then the direction of the curling fingers with the direction of magnetic length of a force. If you have upward direction, your flow of current which causes the magnetic field around the wire is from right to left, and if your current is flowing downwards, then the magnetic field that is formed is from left to right. Okay, uh, so just open your palm pointing the thumb in upward direction, and just close your fingers. This shows the magnetic field which generates when the current flows in upward direction. Okay, this is a right hand rule. It is very significant to just know the flow of current and the magnetic field. Third question is also a definitions. The definitions. First of all, galvanometer. What is galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the magnitude and direction of a small current. Uh, how intensify the current is, what is the direction of the current is no we have to deduct this by galvanometer. Second is ammeter. It is a modified form of galvanometer which is used to measure large amount of current. Okay, we use these objects like in stabilizers in heavy machines just to see the fluctuation. We can analyze whether the current is in a small quantity or the current is suddenly changing the magnitude and fluctuating the needle of the ammeter or galvanometer. Voltmeter, it is modified form of galvanometer, again used to measure high potential difference between the 2 points of the circuit. Okay, if we are connecting a circuit, we have to start a circuit from one end to another. Like if I am giving you an example of bulbs connecting in a wire, you just uh, have to lightening up that bulbs. We have to connect the ends with the main electricity board. Okay, so that one end to the second end, that difference of electric current potential difference is measured by a voltmeter. We have one and the only long question of in this chapter is the diagram explanation and working of electric bell. The bells which we have placed in our houses, which indicates the appearance of any guest or any of the person on your gate, is identified in the form of bell. So we have we all have put many types of bell at our home. We use cell bells, we use electric bells, uh, just to got knowledge of a coming up person in our houses. So how these electric bell works, it is very interesting part how these work electric bell works. electric bell consists of a electromagnet. One end of the winding is connected to the terminal 1 and the other to the spring, which is mounted on a soft iron strip called armature. A rod is attached to the armature. The free end of the rod carries a small hammer which can strike against a bell. A very light spring is attached to a contact adjusting screw which is joined to the second terminal T2 by a wire. The electric circuit is complete through a battery and push switch button connected to the terminal T1 and T2. I just read that construction. I'm going to explain it with the help of a diagram present on next page. First of all, before explaining this topic, I'm just clear you one thing, that circuit is a path by which a current flow in a direction. Okay, if I break that circuit from any end, then the power, the electricity will not continue to follow in the circuit. Okay, if I connect a bulbs in a wire in a series, they are connected to one another. If one bulb got fuse, okay, the remaining bulb will not glow if they are connected in a series, because the electricity will not pass further. So just imagine this thing in your mind, that if we have open circuit, then the current will not flow. If we have a closed circuit, then the current will flow, and things got running, or things got in working. Okay, so how they work, I'm just telling you with the help of a diagram on next page. Just first of all, I'm reading the working. When you push the button of a bell, is the circuit is completed, because when you push a button, a small string that was detached from that circuit will become attached to the circuit, and armature is attracted towards the electromagnet. As a result, the small spring get detached from the screw, due to which the electric current is broken and electric circuit is broken, and the electromagnet is demagnetized. Hence the attraction disappears, and the armature is brought back to the spring to its original position. Contact of the spring with the screw is remade with completes the electric circuit. The action is repeated over and over again. Uh, Consequently, the armature vibrates and the hammer attached of it strike the gong, and the bell rings, and found it and sound is produced. Okay, this is the diagram of electric bell, and you have to draw that diagram. When you press a button, see this on the right hand side, you have that switch, push but switch. When you push a switch, okay, that switch is connected with terminal 1 and terminal 2. Terminal 1 contain a battery, which of course is just helping out to create a current, and terminal 2 contain a string, a light weighted string, right? When you press a bell, that press will pass a pressure on terminal T2, and the string will detach from that place. When the string get detached, that soft iron armature start uh, start striking on that hammer start striking on that bell, and the bell is start ringing. This is a very simple phenomena by which a bell got rang. Okay, so you have to just go through with the diagram. The procedure is very much easy. The wordings are very much easy. Do complete your work accordingly. In the end, I am just sharing you the 5 MCQs which are related to this chapter. Like poles of a magnet attract each other or repel each other? They repel each other. Same poles never get attract each other. If I bring north pole with of one magnet near to the north pole of another, it will repel each other. They will not attract. The relationship between electric current and the magnetic field was discovered by Oersted. Okay, that was our first scientist who just generated that relationship between these two. If a current is flowing through a solenoid, then the north pole of the solenoid can be found using dash rule, right hand rule. Obviously, we have just read that the flow of current the flow of current shows the right hand rule direction, which help us to know the magnetic field which has been created around the magnet. A galvanometer can be converted into an ammeter by connecting a wire of low resistance dash with the galvanometer in parallel. Means series means connected in a line. Parallel means connecting in front of one another. Okay, the parallel connections are more reliable uh, than the serial connections. To measure current in a circuit, an ammeter is always connected. To measure the current, we have to connect the ammeter always in a series, not parallelly, not vertically, not in any way. We have to convert the ammeter in a series so we can get the flow of current in a same line. So this is the whole chapter, this is the whole working of the chapter. Kindly complete your work accordingly and do submit your registers for checking to me. As you know that this time period is very crucial, uh, as we have just going through with different situations, different things have been changing randomly. So kindly don't pending your work, complete accordingly and submit the whole work in the school, so I can check that work and you can learn the proper and the correct word. Thank you so much, class.